Hey guys, what's going on? It's your girl Ryan Nicole, and I am here to do a video on concealers. So this is going to be the objective of a concealer, the different types of concealers, brushes, application techniques, and then I'm going to do a demo on how I conceal my face. So if you're interested in watching, stay tuned for these tips on how to correctly conceal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started on concealers. So the objective of a concealer is basically to mattify or even out any dark tones or any discolorations. You're going to see two types of concealer. There's concealers that are specifically for lightening up an area or highlighting an area, basically underneath your eyes, or if you have like discoloration, be it if you're white or light, you might have redness, which is rosacea. If you have just dark spots or acne or hyperpigmentation, you have concealers for that as well. So there's the skin tone concealers, is what I call them, your basic concealer, and then you also have your color corrector concealer. And I will go through and show the difference to them, and then just a different array of concealers. So the first I'm going to start with are just normal concealers. They come in different ways. They come in palettes, they come singles, and they come pressed in little containers, and they also come in tubes. So this is a tube one, and this is the one that everyone's really loving. It is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. What I like about LA Girl Pro Conceal is that they have a wider range of colors from very light to very dark, and they're really inexpensive. Often you can find these at your beauty supply stores and also online. NYX also has them. These are the full coverage concealers, and again, like foundations, they have medium, light, and full coverage. So these are your full coverage concealers. These are very creamy, and as you see, and they have a good just a good, so this is clearly too light for me, but I wanted to use a light one to show, you know, this is a little too cool for me, but you can see the difference. So you have these basic concealers. And then my favorite right now, I've been using like crazy, is Benefit's Boing. And it's a industrial strength concealer, so which means that it's a you know, a heavy concealer. So it has heavy coverage, and it's really smooth. Like I said, I've been using it, and that's why I have two. Go ahead and do a swatch. So this one has more yellow undertones, which is awesome, because guess what? People have different undertones. Some people have cool, some have neutral, some have. So you see how this one looks, this looks pink on me because it's cooler. This looks yellow on me because it's warmer. So if you don't know what your undertones are, you could look at your wrist and your veins. If they come off green, you have yellow or warm undertones. If your veins look blue, then you have cool undertones. If your veins look either blue or green, then you have neutral. So you can go either or maybe a mixture of it. So this is Boing. And then, so these are like your basic concealers. And then they have palettes like e.l.f. This is the medium. And this also, as you see, has been well used. But again, it has an array of neutral, warm, deep, in that same family. So it's basically like an artist mixing a palette, adding, like if I have one same color, let's say I had the same yellow. A yellow mixed with orange versus a yellow mixed with a blue, mixed with a green, mixed with a brown. They're all going to be different tints and shades and variation of that color. Same thing with e.l.f. This is awesome, plus it's only $3. So next are the color correctors. So NYX also has color correctors. These are them, excuse me. So I have deep and medium. And what they are, they normally have like a peachy undertone, a peach or orange undertone. And there's a reason for this. So I'm going to put this one right here. So again, it has that peachy kind of color, almost like that pink, that peachy color. This is the purpose of it. Our skin has either cool undertones for our dark circles or pigmentations. If they are blue, you want to use a peachy color or orange based color. The reason why is on the color wheel, I should have brought it in here. On the color wheel, there are colors that are opposite of each other. That's why if you have redness, they always say use a green. Green and red are opposite. This is going to cancel each colors out and give like a nice mute even tone. So for blue, you want to use orange. If your undertones are purple, and the reason they could be appear purple is if you have like reddish skin, like if you're African American or Indian, not Indian, Indigenous American, Middle Eastern, they have those kind of coppery undertones as well. Your colors might appear blue. Purple. That's when you want to use the yellow. Here's the problem with what happens if you use yellow and blue undertones. So this is the last one. This is another palette. It's NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour. So you have yellow and red, and then you have like 4. This is probably used for a contour, but I do have clients that are that are not this rich, but I use it for a contour and sometimes just to blend out to get even coverage. So you have the yellow and red. Again, if you have purple undertones, use the yellow. Yellow mixed with blue equals green. You do not want to take your undertones, especially from stress underneath your eyes, from not sleeping, for whatever causes it. You don't want to put that yellow on that blue. It's going to give a green look. And then you're going to put your regular concealer, which is oftentimes, a warm base, and it's going to make it more pronounced. So if you have blue undertones, please use orange. So that is basically it for the palettes. Sorry if I ran through them. Palettes. I mean the concealers. And there are brushes you can pick up. You have like a nylon brush, almost like a paintbrush. It's made of synthetic fibers. And of course you have duo fibers. So some are tapered, some are out for more coverage if you have a lot more areas of cover, especially because I know I have hyperpigmentation along the side of my, it's not heavy, but it's still a distinct color on the side along my underneath my cheekbones. It's been a busy morning. And so you can try that as well. And then I also have just different brushes. The best thing to use is your finger, because our under eye area is really delicate, sensitive skin. So it's just one thing to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick demo. If you see me looking this way, my mirror is right here. So I've already, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, because I'm also going to show you what happens when you use it and blend in the foundation. So I want to mess up my eyes. I did my eyes earlier. So the primer I'm using is by e.l.f. It's just their mineral face primer, and it's clear. They have a bunch of great primers. Y'all, please don't sleep on brands like e.l.f. Like, I adore e.l.f. This was $6 versus primers that cost $30, $35. This works, and it gives me a nice even skin. So I'm going to do one side first to show the difference. So first thing I'm going to do is use my color corrector. Again, I'm using orange because I have blue undertones. So what you want to do is take it and warm it up on the back of your hand. See how orange that is? You want to warm it up. This is called warming up your concealer. And it's just a technique to help the product apply easier. So I'm going to go ahead and look underneath my eye. And again, I'm just warming it up. Making sure I can see everything. And I'm being really careful because I do have a smoky eye on, so I don't want to pull that pigment down into. So if you see the difference, I have this orange color, but you notice the darkness under my eyes is gone. So this has actually mattified or canceled it out. I shouldn't say mattified. It's canceled out the color, so it makes me, now the blue can't show through because it's being concealed by the orange. So now I'm going to take my regular concealer, which I'm using the Benefit. Again, same thing. I'm just using my finger. Going to warm it up. I actually like to mix, so I'll mix a little bit of it in the, right on top of the orange. It's just something I do. And I'm going to lightly just apply that on that orange. Notice I'm not pressing too firmly. Just nice, delicate application. And voila, you can see the difference. And if normally what I do, I take one of my concealer brushes, especially and I just buff it out very gently. Again, not to disturb the smoky eye that I have as well. But yeah, so now you see the difference. So this is what happens when you use concealer. So now I have like this nice even tone. It matches my cheek. I'm not having those dark circles anymore versus this one. I still have like a little discoloration, the darkness for me not getting all the sleep in the world. So I hope you're able to see the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side really quickly. Again, orange, warm up. I know this is what my hand looks like all the time when I'm trying to find the right combination of things. Okay, good enough for me. Again, taking my Benefit Boing, and this is in, I want to say it's called Deep. No, it's number 4. So they have them based on numbers. And again, I'm just going to apply that right over that orange. So basically what I did was I made the surface nice and consistent with the rest of my face. I covered up any discoloration. And it doesn't just have to be for underneath your eyes. It could also be for if you have like acne scarring or anything. Again, you could just use that. Use the color corrector, or you don't have to use the color corrector depending on if it is a light coverage, medium coverage, or whatsoever. And I'm just going to blend this out. I do a circular motion and just blend out. So now I'm going to go ahead and just put on foundation. The foundation that I use is by AJ Crimson. It is his cream foundation. It is awesome. I love it. His foundation has become like something I absolutely adore. And yeah, so I'm just taking another foundation brush. A little goes a long way. And I'm just going to go ahead and just start in the middle and just lightly buff it out. And remember, when you apply foundation, you could take it all the way to your ear, and please take it a little bit past your jawline. This is how you don't end up with that that makeup line where it's just like stops right here. All right, and there you have it. That is just a quick tip on how to use concealer. Remember, you have your color corrector, and they come in different colors: orange, blue, orange, yellow, green, purple. For many women of color, specifically African Americans, you're probably going to either use the orange or the yellow for color correction. And then make sure that you find a concealer. Your concealer is normally 2 to 3 shades lighter than your actual skin tone to also help in masking dark color or hyperpigmentation. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And please stay tuned for more videos. You all be blessed and take care. Peace.